What's poppin'? Tis your boy, the boy, Hit Up Henry, aka Black Salamander. And amidst the latest Xbox news, with that Jones dropping at a mere 300. Mere 300 will get you in the door as far as next generation is concerned, ladies and gentlemen. So if your baby's hollering about next gen, if your high schooler hollering about next gen, they ain't got no job. If your middle schooler hollering about next gen, Xbox S, Series S is where you gonna wanna go. You feel me? $300 Game Pass. You in there like swimwear. Not for me, but if you ain't got it like that, or if you just a Bach boy, well, if you a Bach boy in general, you gonna probably opt for that X. But here lately, the news has been that CD Projekt, basically developers of which done lied to some folk. Well, they trying to paint it as though they've lied to some folk, when in all actuality they have not lied to anybody. And also, it's almost like this is new news. This news is not new. You know, it was said, I remember it being said a while ago, but a lot of folks, I don't know, I guess they either forgot or weren't paying attention at all about its multiplayer having microtransactions, you know. Not to mention these I think it was just a bit of confusion, whereas some people assumed that since the multiplayer was gonna have microtransactions, that the single player was also gonna have these microtransactions, which we have been assured that the single player will not have microtransactions, and that the multiplayer is a completely different experience, a completely different project on its own, which I never really understood I'm gonna take that back. Personally, I haven't, but I understand where people where people can get a little bit apprehensive as far as microtransactions on account of what fucking EA did. EA did them folks and folks. So I mean, I kind of understand, but at the end of the day, you still have the option to not partake in microtransactions, which rarely do I do. Like I said, I've been a hardcore, I wouldn't say hardcore. Oh, what the fuck? This person is on the wrong side of the road. This is a one-way street, player. Oh, shit. But, pretty much what's happened is people may have gotten it just confused because they haven't really said what the Cyberpunk multiplayer will be called or anything like that. They just haven't spoken on it. So I mean, I can kind of see where the confusion will be at, but if you do a bit of research, you will see that it's a separate, different thing. You know what I mean? It's a completely different thing. And what multiplayer experience does not have microtransactions? First of all, I can't really think of one, because in these times, not necessarily these times, just right now, period, multiplayer microtransactions just a means of keeping the lights on. You know what I mean? Just a means of funding updates. You know, it's a lot of pros to microtransactions when you do them the right way. And it's not like this developer in particular has been ripping folks off. This developer has been blessing folk. You feel what I'm saying? They've been blessing folk consistently. So I don't know why people really jump to attempt to crucify these folks as if they've been fucking off your money, or as if they're EA. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, it's just not the case. It's not the case at all. They themselves have popped up on their Twitter to clarify things again, even after saying so months and months and months ago. So I didn't never really understand it, to be honest. This is my thoughts on it. a lot of folk, especially in these times, a lot of folk will gravitate toward negative things and just push that one narrative, whether it's true or not. And I pretty much, it's just laziness. Pretty much, to be honest with you, it's just laziness. Because anything, especially on the internet, if you do a bit of research, you can debunk or prove or disprove or whatever you want, whatever you out to do on the internet can be done, pretty much. So for cats out there that was just pushing it as Cyberpunk gonna have microtransactions without really specifying that it's the multiplayer only. And mind you, the multiplayer ain't even coming out till like 2022 at the earliest, keeping it all the way trill. I think it's gonna be like, it's just gonna be different. It's just gonna be separated from the single player altogether. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be launched like right alongside the anime, which is also gonna be different from the game. You know what I mean? It's just different. It's separate. So I don't know, bro. Like I said, it's just lazy. I think it's just laziness and folk looking for something to talk about. Which fortunately, Xbox just dropped, so they got something to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a dub for them, dub for everybody, I guess. They got something to talk about. Microsoft got something to talk about, and yeah, I'm gonna look into this system a little bit more though. But yeah, I just wanted to make a brief little video about the Cyberpunk drama, the Cyberpunk none issue, pretty much, because what that whole aspect, it shouldn't even been talked about, especially when they talking about how they're looking to expand on this single player situation with more DLCs and such. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Misery love company, I guess.